Yeah, well, first and foremost, you want a home tie, which is good for us, and then it's obviously one that we know Swindon quite well, so it could have been another one where you get the non-league team, which everyone really wants anyway, but then that could be a potential banana skin again for you. So we're glad we're at home, glad in front of our fans, and yeah, it's a good one against Swindon.
Yeah, it isn't it. It's one of those ones where if you can get through, that's the big one.
Well, that's the objective. Yeah. So if you can get through that, hopefully then you get a big club in the next round. But we'll deal with the first one first. But yeah, just so glad that we're at home, really.
Any kind of fallout from last weekend? I know Darrow came off, didn't he, in that match? Has he been able to train for you this week? Is he okay?
He's fine, yeah. So we just really take a precaution with the lad. So he felt his hip. I thought it was a dead leg, but he was saying his hip was sort of locking or what have you. But no, he's fine. He's trained well all this week, so no, everyone's fine. Like.
You must be pretty pleased with how he's playing for you at the minute.
Definitely. I mean, if he's not scoring goals or he's not assisting, then we want to see if he is assisting or he is contributing in them factors. Like, so, we'd like him to score goals like he has been, and he has contributed on a regular occurrence for us. So that's great. He's playing really well. I think he's up for the challenge, he's up for the fight. You can see that in him. He flex on the way he's playing. You see how he goes about it in terms of we see him training every day. And he's getting his rewards now out on the pitch, which is great for him.
On a personal level for you, you had the nomination for the Manager of the Month, which clearly reflects well on the team, doesn't it? It shows that you've had a good month, that things are going in the right direction. Is that how you view it as well? Yeah,
I think so. I mean, it's a great honour for everyone, in terms of getting nominated and all the work that we've been doing over the past month, if you like, or even previously before that. We weren't getting the results, but to get that and for the people that were in as well, the nominees, it's fantastic for us, all the staff and all the team, as you said, and the club.
I've just been speaking to young Sonny, who obviously has had a great impact on your first team, hasn't he, since he's got into the first 11. Just some thoughts on him and how he's taken to kind of this standard of football.
Well, it was a bit strange or a bit surreal for Sonny when he came in, because obviously we only wanted, because you only play 5 loans. We have the problem where we've got 6 because we had to get a keeper in, and he had to bide his time. Sonny was the one that was always sort of left out, and I said to him he's going to play a lot of games, because obviously we've seen what we see in him in terms of like why we brought him to the club first and foremost, because how he plays, potential that we've seen in him in his 21 matches. So we knew that once he got the shirt that he was going to keep it, because he's a talented boy. You don't play for Manchester United if you like, or you don't sign for Manchester United if you haven't got that potential or that ability. So we knew once he got the shirt, and he had to bide his time with it, and he got it and he took it, and he hasn't looked back since.
I guess there must be some element of doubt, though. I appreciate you've watched him at under 21 level, but the step up from that to this level, I guess, is quite a big gap, isn't it? Oh,
definitely, Scott. I mean, that's what I've said before in the past about lads like Zach Orr, learning on the job. So the lads that come in, we get on loan from other clubs. We want them to do a job for us. We know we can see that they can do a job for us, but because they're young men, they're going to make mistakes, and sometimes the mistakes cost you. But then it's how they react, because obviously in the past with developers ourselves, me and Jed Brannan, so we try and get them going again. We try and lift them up, and they react in the right way. Zach, after a minute, if you like, at MK Dons, and then he hasn't looked back since, and his performances have been really good. And Sonny, again, the same thing with him. You get him, you see the clips, you go off them, and it is a sort of bit of a punt that you're going to take them, you sign them, and you hopefully that they will kick on when they do get into your team. And they are learning on the job, as I said, and I think he's stood up to the task at the minute, and again against the personnel that he's played as well, the opposition.
And defensively, you're stronger now, aren't you, than you were a couple of months back, aren't you?
Yeah, I think so. I think obviously maybe the change in shape, if you like, going to a back 5 has helped the lads, that helped the confidence. But I think the big one was just getting over the line, getting a first win, and believing in what we were doing and sticking together, and the lads did believe in it, did stick together, and we did get over the line and get that win. And
Chesterfield, just a little bit on them and that type of challenge?
Well, it's a massive challenge, isn't it? Big club, they were out the league, Paul Cooke there and Danny Webb and Gary Roberts have done a fantastic job, in getting them back into the league now, and then they've kicked on again, haven't they? They've got some really, really talented players. They've got great support, which, it'll be they'll be out in the numbers tomorrow. So it's a challenge that we're looking forward to, a challenge that we've worked on since Rushall, since that finished on Saturday night. I was looking at Chesterfield on the Sunday. So, Paul's done a fantastic job, great manager, loads of experience, loads of games. You know, and I can't wait to come up and challenge that as staff and as players on the pitch.
Obviously, he was here for some time, wasn't he, as well? Although it does feel like a long time ago that Paul was here. Have your paths crossed in the past?
Well, funny enough, we're from the both same area. Paul's a bit older than me, so we're both from Kirby. He's played for schoolboys, you know, Paul's represented Wigan, played for Wigan professional, I played for Wigan. So, know Cookie really well.
Yeah.
You know, and I've just watched him progress from when he was a player to going into being a manager and being a fantastic manager and winning promotions, and not just there but obviously abroad as well. You know, I think he's won was it Sligo, was it? So he's done fantastic, you know, and he's someone that you can lean on as well and get some advice off. You know, and I know Danny Webb as well, who's been on the LMA diploma with Danny, so Danny's a very, very good coach, assistant manager, and Gary Roberts, as you all the fans know here anyway. Gary was a fantastic player for Accrington. And now, you know, he's a coach on the other side of things now. So it'd be good to see them. And, you know, I know, as I said, yeah, I know Cookie well.
And it'll be pretty sweet if you can go and get a result there, won't it?
It will. As I said, listen, we know the task, we know the size, we know the challenge, what we're coming up against. They've got some really, really talented players. You know, you've got Michael Jacobs, who I know from my Wigan days when I was first team coach at Wigan. Ryan Colclough, again from Wigan. James Berry. James Berry McNally, who we know from when I was a coach at Liverpool Academy. So they've got some really, really talented players, and it's, you know, Will Grigg as well. Sorry, you know, Will from Wigan days. So it's going to be a challenge, but these are the games that we like to be challenged in, and we want to have a go. And you know, we're not going over there to say, oh, let's shut up shop. We're going to go there, we're going to have a go, and you know, and go toe to toe and see where it takes us.